Hey guys, Chevy vlog number 51, 28,100 miles, 13 months. Did a service update, with the Chevy dealer. They basically had two recalls, one with a malfunctioning indicator light and one with a loss of propulsion. Now, both of those things didn't happen to mine, but what they did was they did replace all the fun stuff and reprogrammed everything. They changed out a fuse, a 50 amp fuse, as well as put some line protector on it and update the programming for the ECU and stuff, or HPCM thing. Anywho, long story short, after they do it, it only takes about 2 hours from the due, which is pretty cool, and I just waited in there at the dealership and did that. But afterwards, when I drove back, I noticed that Android Auto didn't sync up, and no matter what I did, whether turning it on or hitting the allow button to allow data to go through, it really didn't start or connect to the projection button. So yeah, I know my screen's kind of dirty, but it said to change the time and date, so I said, okay, yeah, I can do that. Now, that was one of the things that happened. And I realized the time was off too. Another thing is that it went to classic mode. So basically, after they did the programming, all the, while your MPGs and stuff are still there, it switched to classic mode, which basically just shows you the speed and very basic dials and displays. So I really like classic enhanced, so I could see more of how much energy I'm using, battery I'm using, and also what the engine revs are approximately about. It doesn't tell you actual RPM. So long story short, you just have to switch that back to whatever mode you've seen before for your own taste. For time, I just basically went to settings in the infotainment, changed the times back to something close to it. Hitting auto set didn't seem to work, and I even tried calling OnStar, but they didn't. Apparently, my OnStar service is over after X amount of months, so they didn't really connect, and just asked me to sign up for another one, which I don't. What I did was I did go to settings and change it manually though. I went to manual change, but I kind of figured that if you hit auto set, it would probably automatically sync to OnStar and figure out the real time. But it didn't work for me, so what I did was I just did manually. I set the time and the date manually from the January 2013 back to 2017, as well as the time. For Android Auto, you have to download the updates. There's like a 1 meg or 2 meg updates depending on when you were. So this was a 4 meg update that I just had to download and install before it worked again. Basically installed, you hit open, and then on your phone, this is of course when you're stopped again, and then you have to also update Google Play services. Basically it's just another update that you have to do, and that was another several megs to download. So if you see that happen to your car, actually it was 30 megs to be honest. You should probably stop and download it on the side of the road instead of the other one. My trunk is very clean because they didn't really put everything back together. So they didn't realize it was a spare tire, and so they moved everything around. They had to get to the battery to put the fuse in or something, or maybe just for safety they had to pull the battery, but whatever. Basically I had time to clean up my trunk. Haha. I also had time to test drive the Chevy Bolt EV, which is pretty awesome. I really liked it. I like the fast charging. I like the fact that it's very peppy. It feels like the Chevy Volt, but much lighter. I love the 360 view, which is pretty awesome, and also the wide angle rear view mirror. I think that was one of the greatest things out of this car. Everything was really futuristically designed, but it's really plasticky and stuff, which was a downfall. The front wheel just always spun when I actually drove it. I drove it pretty hard for like about a good 10-15. The wheel did squeal out. Again, I love the rear view mirror. You just have to tap it to actually get that wide view. Look at those Corvettes. Actually, I like them. I don't think I want to go that way, though, but I should never say never to get one of those things. I used only about 2 EV miles, but I traveled about 5 EV miles. I was using L mode a lot of times. Interesting thing is that, engines in Korea and drivetrains in Korea. I didn't know that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Till next time.